using an Instagram filter, obviously. We are going for the second round of filler. She warned me that we were gonna go super conservative. So I'll admit that I was super nervous the first time I got filler that it was gonna hurt. And that's why I wanna show you guys all this numbing cream on my face. This is why it doesn't hurt. You're sore the next day, that's for sure. But the injection itself, you don't feel. Botox, on the other hand, there's no numbing cream. The needles are teeny tiny and it feels like a bee sting. But with filler, you get all slathered up, which you'll want to do.
Alright, so 2 weeks ago already did a little bit of cheek filler. I know she shared that with y'all. We put just a little bit in the lateral cheeks just to kind of pull up on the lower face and define that jawline a little bit. And I told her last time that she was definitely going to want more.
You did.
And I was right.
You did.
We started really, really light. And so today we are just adding the last little bit. And I know that y'all requested that you wanted to see what it's like and had some questions about it. So we're just going to share this while I'm injecting her.
Okay, so I wrote down all the questions that came in via my Instagram for Blair. Y'all all know Blair, she's like super famous. I'm lucky that I can play the friend card and be like, help me, I need more filler. So while she's injecting, she's gonna answer some of the questions, but if you're afraid of needles, now's the time to skip on through.
First question is Botox safe?
Yes. So really common question, especially with like all the toxic fear of clean and toxic and chemical free and stuff. So
Like cell towers and things.
all the things, yes. So Botox, the actual name of the ingredient is onabotulinum toxin A. So that's the same ingredient that's in Botox and Dysport. So if you hear me talk about both, they're just the same thing, and I'll get into that later. But it's one of the most commonly researched drugs out there. I think that their last time I checked was over 7,000 studies done on it, like clinical studies done on it, and every single one of them showed it's safe.
Where are the best places to put filler and not to put filler?
So another really good question. So just because she's our beautiful model today, I'm just going to show you on her and then also talk about some other places. So the most common place I inject is the cheeks. We lose a lot of volume in the cheeks as we age, and so what happens is we lose this and then everything falls. So we get jowling, which she doesn't really have. We get like a little indentation here, which is due to volume loss and bone loss in the teeth. We also see it like down here, not really on her. Nasolabial folds here, pretty much all over is due to cheek volume loss. So the number one place, okay, so only after I address the cheeks, pretty much will I only then address the under eyes and the nasolabial fold in the lower face. Just because it changes everything. So if you look down here, when I do the cheeks, it pulls everything up. So I'm just gonna do a little bit on her cheeks today. I'm gonna do a little tiny bit down here. And then once we do that, we'll kind of see where we're at. I do wanna note that I do not recommend. I do also wanna note, we talked about kind of doing all over. The one place, pretty much the one place that I refuse to do and that I highly do not recommend doing is the glabella area and the forehead. People oftentimes are like, hey, I have this line up here that I would like filled. That's Botox, that's not filler.
I did that to you. I was like, just put filler in, and you were like, that's not how it works.
No. Very high risk of going blind up here. So I completely stay away from that.
What about Tech-Neck, Blair? Like,
Oh,
what
that, yeah.
is that, filler or Botox?
A little bit of both.
Oh,
We'll get into that in a little bit.
fancy.
But yeah, you can put it here. Just, this is like my no-go zone up there.
Who is and isn't a good candidate for filler?
So pretty much everyone is a good candidate to some degree, unless you are pregnant, unless you're nursing. One person I think asked about blood thinners, if it's okay to get it on blood thinners. I've done it on blood thinners, especially a lot of the times blood thinners are something that you're on forever, so you can't really avoid it. But the risk of increased bruising is pretty high, so just expect bruising.
How much filler do I need?
So that's a hard question to answer, mainly because everyone's a little bit different. But I do have I didn't create this. There is a good rule of thumb of 1 syringe per decade of life. So if you're in your 20s, 2 syringes. If you're in your 30s, 3 syringes. 40s, 4 syringes. Do not hold anyone to that. But if you just want like a general idea of what to expect.
And how long does it last?
So filler can last anywhere from 6 months to 18 months, depending on the filler. This will probably last for about a year, would be my guess.
And what's the best way to find an injector?
So I've actually done a full story on this, just because I do feel like it's important. I'm asked a lot, and a lot of people don't live in Charlotte. And so I'll connect or I'll send it so that she can connect it of what my recommendations are. I kind of go in depth with it, so it should answer all those questions.
What's the difference between a lip flip and lip filler?
So similar in that they give a little bit of fullness to the lips. One uses Botox, the lip flip, and then one uses filler, obviously. If you smile for me, give me teeth. When you smile, your upper lip disappears. We can put a little bit of Botox on the upper lip, and it'll kind of cause you to have a little bit more upper lip showing. If you want more volume throughout upper and lower lips, I'd recommend filler. If you're really nervous to do filler, it's never a bad idea to just start with the lip flip first. It kind of eases you into it. Price-wise, it's way different. Lip flip is around $50 and filler.
So I'm gonna film this next one. Blair and I wanted to talk about measurements. So a lot of you asked, how much do I need? And I keep saying that I've had 1 or 2 or whatever. So Blair, how do we do measurements of filler?
Yep, so you measure filler in syringes, and we measure Botox in units. And you can buy Botox by unit, or you can buy, Botox by unit or filler by syringe. And you have to buy the whole syringe.
As the customer, as the patient. So you're in for the syringe. So you buy 1, I started with 1 syringe. So now I've had 2 total syringes. Is that correct?
I've had 3.
I've had 3. Oh, pardon me.
30 yet?
So this is me home immediately from Blair's office. So fresh post filler. You see that definition? That was not there before. So just wanted to show you guys what we're working with. There is a filter on these stories. You can see the injection marks. And of course I'm not wearing any makeup. So it's super filtered, but I think you can see a little difference in my face shape. So I'll check back in 24 hours.